You are now tuned in to We Invest Different Podcast, where we have high-level conversations. I'm Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm Victor Thomas II.
Let's tap in. On conversation number 40, we discuss the importance of standing for what you believe in and not letting money persuade you to go against your standards and integrity. Tap in. Thank you for tuning in to another conversation of We Invest Different Podcast. I'm co-host Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm your other co-host, Victor Thomas II.
And it is a joy. It is a joy to be back for episode, what this is, 40 or 41?
I want to say 41.
Yeah, I think
40,
so.
40.
It's 40? You sure? Because I can go find out. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say 40. Hold on, I can look at these files real quick. Hold on. I'm at my computer.
It's 40, bro.
40, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's 40. You see, man, hey, when them numbers can get messed up. I did that before, on the last podcast, because it was a couple times where I was like, okay, this is conversation so-and-so, and it'd be the same number as last week. And when you be consistent like that, sometimes your numbers can get thrown off a little bit. So it's natural. But Thank you for everybody tuning in to conversation number 40. But before we hop into a topic, how are you, King? How's your week and how's life?
Oh, man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Blessed, man. Really focusing on what's in front of me right now. And that feel good. How about you?
Man, I'm well. Taking life day by day now. You know what I'm saying? Cause I really been on that vibe lately, bro. Like, tomorrow is not promised. Like I said a prayer this morning, like this day was literally not promised. Like it's in the scripture that tomorrow is not promised, literally. So I just was thinking about that as I woke up, because Michael wakes me up like 4 something, or it's either 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, or 6. So he gonna wake up, and it'd be different times. But this last night he woke up around like 4:30 or 4 a.m. or whatever. So as I use the bathroom and stuff like that, I just said my prayer, because one thing I like to do is think about things that I'm very grateful about in the morning. And like I have gotten out of that habit, but I'm getting back into it because I'm starting to be more prayerful and being more conscious of me being more prayerful. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I do it, being more intentional and deliberate on like praying. So it's like I was just thanking the Lord for the simple blessings.
That's right.
But as I started my prayer, I'm like, bro, like literally today was not promised to me. Like, so yeah, bro, that's the vibe I'm on. So I feel good. My week has been, what's the day? Friday. This week went by like super fast.
Seems like it, don't it?
Yeah, I kind of don't even remember what all happened this week. Yeah, it went by super fast. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I pretty much, okay, it was raining earlier this week. That's what it was. This week started out rainy and gloomy, so I wasn't really outside. Couldn't really take my son outside neither, because, I ain't trying to, as less as possible. I want to take him out as less as possible right now.
Right.
So that's really, I've been in the crib, bro. I've been in the crib organizing. I recently finished writing a book that I'm gonna tell you about, as far as like mental health, because the main thing that I want to achieve in the mental health space is like reveal simple ways and simple like everyday ways, to incorporate things in your life that decrease your stress or prevent your stress. Because it's like a lot of times, bro, this is before we hop into the topic, I just want to talk about this a little bit. Like,
yeah,
a lot of the times, bro, and I've seen this in myself, like we self-sabotage. There's a lot of things like that we do to ourselves, and we blame the outside world. And it'd be like, I'm going through this and I'm going through that, and you end up being depressed and you end up being anxious and stuff about what's going on in your life, etc. And it's like you trying to figure out what the problem is. And a lot of the times, bro, as I observe myself, now a lot of people won't admit this, but it's me.
Real talk.
It's me, bro. Like even like in down to the relationship that you be in, right? You'll get anxiety coming from the relationship that you in. And it's like sometimes you be like, dang, why I'm so anxious, why I'm so anxious, why I'm so this, why I'm so that. And it's not all the time you, it be people you connected to as well.
Mm.
So, and the thing about that is like you can know this information, but it's still a process for you to withdraw and detach yourself from the things that's creating these problems within. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's what I wanted to talk about in this book, like simple little ways that you don't think could help you. Simple little things that you don't think could help you or really influence your mental health in a positive way.
What's one of them simple things?
Well, I made a reel on Instagram, bro. I'm gonna just say that. Like,
Okay.
one thing that I said simply is not picking up the phone from people who's always calling with negativity.
Mm.
Because a lot of times we feel the need to be a hero. Like, we love being a hero. And I think that's just a natural ability that melanated people have. Like, we want to be, we're full of love naturally, right?
Right.
And don't let it be one of our family members or our close friends that we grew up with. Like, we're very loyal people. So it's like it's hard for us to say, I don't want to talk right now, or I don't need you to keep calling me when you have a problem, when you love this person and you want to be there for this person. So I can see that it's hard to set boundaries sometimes. And so boundaries tends to be a lot of the reason why we be stressed out. We don't set boundaries. We say yes to everything, right? We get overwhelmed. We trying to impress everybody. And that leaves no room for what you internally, like what you want, and internally. You never gave time to yourself to figure out, okay, what do I need to do for me?
Mm-hmm. And but I just
Because
want to say on top of that, man, sometimes we don't even recognize what we want for ourselves.
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
But you filling that up. But see, that the thing I'm saying is that, but that's the reason why you're doing things for everybody else, is because you're not even trying to, you're afraid like of being with yourself. So it's like, because of that, you're like patching it up by doing things for other people. You thinking that's gonna fill that void. You thinking that's gonna make you feel better. And it's always temporary. You got to keep doing stuff for people. You got to keep burning yourself out, and it's never going to make you feel whole.
So let me ask you a
Like,
question. Let me ask you a question.
what's up?
What can a person do to come out of that predicament, you think?
Man, it takes training. And first off, bro, you got to have a conversation with somebody, because you'll never know that what you're doing is wrong if you're never told. Sometimes people don't know that they're self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
Like this conversation that we're having right now. And that's why I want to have these dialogues like on live, because sometimes all it takes is somebody just to
Mm-hmm.
hear themselves, hear the situation out loud from somebody else. And then you'll
Mm-hmm.
realize, like, oh man, okay, I see, this makes sense. I realize that now. And that's therapy. That's all therapy is. Therapy isn't always being in a doctor's office staring at walls.
Real talk. Hey, you know, the other day you sent me that blog post, right? About being in the moment.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's an exact scenario for me, bro. Like, I don't know how, but I've heard that a million times. But when you sent that and I read it, it was like it re-triggered all again, bro. And I've been hitting it hard ever since I read that, bro. And that's why when I got on the live on the show just now, I said, uh, doing what's in front of me. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
that's a part of me living.
CEO here, tapping in. I just wanted to remind all of our supporters and all of our listeners to share our podcast and encourage everybody to subscribe and get these great conversations. Back to the show. Where were we?
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, when we first got on, I said, like, paying attention and working on what's right in front of me. You feel me? Because that's a part of me living in the moments, which was a thought that got re-triggered when you sent that blog post to me. You feel me?
Yeah, but
So
what
it's crazy
exactly
how,
did I
like,
say?
when people, it's crazy how just hearing something, like I just said that in relation to what you said about therapy, and sometimes just hearing something from somebody, and then it's like, oh dang, that makes sense. You know, that's a prime example of what I went through with living in the moment.
Right. What
Mm-hmm.
exactly? Okay, like I gotta remember what I said, bro, because I type those things like really in the moment.
But I can't even remember off the top of my head, but I know it got dang little fire under my ass for sure. For real. And that's all that matters, you feel me?
For real, bro, because like I really internalized that, man. And anxiety really comes from living too far ahead and too far back. It's just like you literally removing yourself from yourself. Cause it's like the past is not you in the present.
Facts.
And the future is not you in the present either. So it's like you're not even in reality.
Mm.
So I can see how that's taxing on the body. It's like
Real
that takes
talk.
energy. That takes
Real talk.
energy to do.
And I know one thing it was taxing on me too was I say uh me being constructive, you feel me? Cause it's like I get caught up in okay planning stuff out. You know how you always tell me about me needing to plan and, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I would get caught up in putting the plan together and looking at that, and then I lose focus on what I need to be doing right now. You
Mm.
dig what I'm saying? So now I ain't really being
Yeah.
constructive. Like I'm just bypassing everything I need to do right now, focusing on what I need to do in the future and trying to scurry towards that instead of trusting God and saying, like, okay, I got this right here. And God put this in front of me. So me doing this go 9 times out of 10 lead me to whatever next step I need to make instead of me trying to plan it ahead. You dig what I mean?
Man, oh yeah.
Real
Oh yeah,
talk.
for sure. For sure.
So yeah,
So
man, I
man,
appreciate that.
tapping into a topic, man. Very important topic. Very important topic. And
Right.
when it comes to us being men, you know what I'm saying? It's very pivotal being a man. So the topic of today is standing for what you believe, standing for what you believe in.
Right.
Because I really internally believe that it has a lot to do with your character. And if you don't really have nothing to stand for, like who are you? Because like what you stand for in your belief system really determines like your personality, your character, your standards, your ethics, your values. So it's like if you absolutely have no stand for anything, then who are you?
Hmm.
That's just the question. Like, because you can't put your hand on a person that like you don't know. Like you don't know what they are about. You don't know what they're about. Like they're just about everything. You can't really tell a person. There's no name for that.
Real
You see
talk.
what I'm saying? There's no identity for that.
Real talk. And I think some folks get caught up in like, their identity being money. And I think that about probably like the second worst thing. Not standing for nothing or being, your character or, your value being based on money is probably like right after not having no, value or standard at all. Cause then you got motherfuckers that do anything for the money. And
That
ooh,
and that
that's
become their identity.
their identity for real.
Wow, that becomes their identity. So let's talk about that. Let's tap into that because there has been a lot going on as far as, of course, yay. But we want to talk a little bit about, Kyrie
Mm-hmm.
and the position that he's in now. Because it's like it'll be crazy, absolutely crazy, I feel, if he goes back and play after all of these things that they line him up to do, make him look like a sacrifice. So standing on what he believe in, which is not being a slave, I think it shows a lot of character in him, and it shows a lot of value in who he is.
Real talk.
So right, so it's like, man, to see a man like on that type of platform, right? Millions of people, possibly billions of people, seeing him, and he's actually speaking educationally about who he is and about what he's learning, what he's experiencing. So it's like that's very powerful in my opinion. Now, as far as him apologizing, I don't know. I don't know. You
Did
know,
he apologize?
he made an Instagram post apologizing to him to them, but they want him to apologize another way.
Mm.
And I'm not sure what exactly that way was. But I know it wasn't on the Instagram post. I think they wanted him to like do I'm not sure what type of apology they want him to do, but they wanted him to do all of this training as well, like anti-Semitic training,
Yeah, I heard
like
that.
like etiquette training and all of this stuff. And it's like, wow, like that's a lot, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
like,
What did he even do wrong? That's the first thing. What did he even do wrong? You know what I mean? It ain't like he just came out and said, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't shit. He ain't do none of that. So it just, I don't know, it's something behind it, bro. For them to make this much of an uproar, he done shared something, I believe, that they don't want folks to know about.
yeah, definitely.
That's the only thing I can think of for it to have to be all this.
Yeah, he shared something true. And it's like the platform that he shared it from was Amazon. And it's like he got all of the blame for something that was being monetized on one of the largest platforms in America, which is owned by whom?
I
A
don't know
Jew.
his name. Oh, for real? I ain't know that.
So I'm saying, bro, they got some ownership. Like the Jewish community has ownership in every American company.
Yeah.
And you can go prove that that's like public information. Like you can go find out um who these folks are. Like
All right.
they're gonna say they're Jewish or they're actually Jewish. Because most, well, we're not gonna get into that. But um the main thing is that he shared a documentary about what's really going on and who the real people are, and basically some of the truth of the propaganda and what's going on in the government and the people who really have all the money and own everything.
Mm-hmm.
But he shared it on Twitter or whatever, and so they wanted to say that he was promoting it. Like, well, is a share considered promotion? Slick is though.
Yeah, slick. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let's go ahead and say it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But
But
I mean,
they got to play
it
on
ain't like
words
he
though, man.
endorsed it though. It's not that he
That's
endorsed it. That's the other thing.
Thank you. Thank you. But see, a lot of us don't understand the verbiage that they're trying to use. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. He did promote it, but see, that's what I'm saying. Promoting is not the same as, well, yeah, shit, he did it, bro. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, but I'm saying, what's wrong about sharing a documentary of something that you believe to be educational and true? Like people do it all the time. It's
Right.
just that y'all are in the topic of conversation, and it's showing that y'all are in the wrong. And so, the conversation started to be about proving their power, and it's like we can't never prove our power, and that's all Kyrie was doing, proving
Right.
his power. And it's like, okay, you're gonna try to spank the melanated community for speaking up about who they are, who we are, and it's like, but y'all get to say who y'all are whenever y'all feel like it. Y'all get to rub y'all whiteness or y'all Jewishness or whatever type of name y'all want to call yourselves. Like y'all want to rub that in every society face, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody else that steps up and have knowledge of self, it's an issue.
Right. Right. That's foul, bro. And that's why I say, man, it got to be, I haven't seen the documentary. I would like to see it, but it got to be something in that documentary that's like trying them. You feel me? Got to be, got to be testing like who they are, maybe.
Hell yes, definitely, because they're really saying who the real people are. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like the way he shared was really telling you the real. Like it revealed everything. Now, I don't want to get into detail because, of course, that's public information, and everybody can go do their own research on what actually went on and what was said in the documentary. But what I'm saying is like, it is like, because you can see the cover of the documentary. The color of the documentary is clearly talking about somebody being slave to something.
Right.
Somebody being done wrong. Somebody was, you already know somebody was oppressed, and it's kind of explaining how the oppression came about and how it started and all of this stuff. It's telling history, basically, is what Kyrie was saying. Like, it's telling the history of what went on.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it's not just one tribe. First of all, it's not even just one tribe of Israel. If you want to get all technical with, the Jews or whatnot, it's the 12 tribes of Israel. There is not one tribe. So in reality and factually, we all are. We're not all 100%,
Mm-hmm.
but we all are.
When you
So
say we all are, who is we all are?
I'm saying it's different tribes of Israel, bro. Not all of them are. um
No, I'm asking, like, are you saying like all people or just all melanated people? Are
I feel like all melanated people are a tribe, but not the same tribe. Like,
okay.
it's not just melanated people, just one tribe. We all just one tribe. No, it's different tribes within the melanated community. But also too, that's what I'm saying. It's different shades, bro. Like, it's all about where you from. So it's like not all of them look like black people.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them look like us. Like I said, we're the melanated community. We're
Right.
just the melanated Jews. But there are Jews that aren't melanated.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's what I was trying to pick up right there. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to understand what you were saying.
Yeah, definitely, bro. So I mean, people can do research on that, and it's proven, bro. It's proven. So it's all just a battle of who's most important. That's all, bro. It's just the battle of who's most important.
Let me
Because in reality, a lot of them type of Jews did the work to own. You see what I'm saying? And it just so happened that we just at the bottom as far as materialism.
right, right. But we got all the flavor. We got all the sauce. We got
We
all
have
the stuff that they
everything.
can sell.
We have everything because it's like it's in us. Like, we have everything because it's in us, and they can't. They can't. They're trying to find a way to detach greatness from our DNA, but like, you can't remove it. It's innate.
Don't tell me.
It's innate and inherent. So it's like you trying to, even you putting it in the food. Yeah, like it's a lot of things. It's a lot of manipulation going on, but those are the heights and the depths that they have to go to try to be effective.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
Because
But
nothing else is going to work.
I want to ask you a question though.
What's up?
Like, considering the whole standing for something thing. If you were in Kyrie's shoes, what would be your course of action?
Shut up. Don't say nothing.
Nothing at all.
Don't say nothing. Don't say
Mm.
nothing. Like, I wouldn't even show up to NBA facilities. I would move in total silence. I would relocate out of the state of New York. I wouldn't live there anymore. I would move my family out. I wouldn't say nothing to the media. Um, and I would move like that, and I would retire. I would quietly retire from the NBA and go off the grid.
Now, why would you do that? I ain't saying it's a bad thing because it makes sense to me. But why would you decide to do that though?
I would decide to do that because I feel like that's the smartest thing to do. Because for one, you're already famous. I'm already famous and I'm already in the eye of the public. So everything that I do is going to easily be scrutinized or like sought after.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I got to avoid because how I need to move because of what's going on. Like I know that my life is at stake and my family's life is at stake. So I have to move exactly like that. So it's like until we get safe and we know we safe, we got to be silent. And as far as like releasing information and going online and social media and talking about it, that's dead. We got to move in silence and we got to meet in person. We got to gather in person. And that's how we got to start communicating. We got to start communicating more privately off of the phones and off of the TV, man. I'm talking about some, yeah, that way.
Yeah, that's on that sound. Whoo-wee. It just seemed like it just seemed like it'll be a whole lot of people blabbermouthing, man. Cause some folk, but like, I just imagine it being people that's for the cause, but not necessarily willing to do what it take for the cause to move forward. And them be the people. And an example of that would be the people that end up hopping on the internet and telling everybody what's going on. You feel me? And I mean, they probably wouldn't mean no harm, but I don't know. It just seemed like that'll be a real difficult task to do,
I,
considering those people are around.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, of course, you're gonna always have a snake in the bunch, and we'll handle that accordingly.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this, man. If we just take a step forward, because man, all it takes is a vision and a start. Because check this out: if I was in that shoe, right, and I had that type of wealth, I'm wealthy. I'm pretty wealthy already. But I'm saying that okay, if I was to build a building off of the grid, like damn near underground,
Mm-hmm.
without nobody knowing, right? Like only people will know is the people that's building this shit. But like I'm a like for those that's working with me, I'm only gonna work with melanated people, and my melanated people gonna have to. If I don't know you, I hope that I know this company, but the hope is that we can sign some contracts.
Got to.
You know, um,
Non-disclosures.
non-disclosures, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
honestly, while this project is going on, you can't work for nobody else.
Mm.
You can't get no, you can't take no more jobs. Your whole crew got to be off until this job is done, and of course, I'm paying for it.
All right.
Like it's gonna be well paid, but I'm just saying, like you can't even work. You can't take no other work.
All right. And see, when you
And
say that, it made me think about like what does Kyrie do? Because it seems like, these endorsements being his bread and butter, the NBA contract is being his bread and butter. So it's like, what now? Unless he just got enough paper stacked up. I'm pretty sure he can liquidate a few assets or whatever. But, just considering if a regular person um, was in a similar situation, but on a smaller scale, you know what I mean? They stood up for something they believed in. Now they're getting scrutinized. And now they're in a position where the best thing to do may be to leave. It's like, dang, what do you do then?
I know it, man. That's the bad part. And I know, unfortunately, we can't say exactly what we'll do because we're not in that situation. We only can say what if, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, like I'm saying, bro, that's what I would do. Like, that's my vision. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm only
Right.
considering, like, hypothetically, like, that's just my vision. Like, because it's so many other ways to be successful. And that's another reason why we got to educate the melanated community, which is the reason why we talked about, when we talked about that on the episode about hip hop. Like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like everybody in other industries who are successful need to do other shit in other industries to show other melanated people that we can do any fucking thing.
Mm. Real talk. And have something and have what we doing, separated from the powers that be. That's important, bro. That's
Yes,
important, bro. We gotta have some stuff that they ain't got their hands in, bro. I don't know how that's possible.
that's possible, dog.
But it need to happen for sure.
That's so possible. That's so possible. And
We got to have us, bro.
look at where we come from. You got to understand that we come from mathematicians. We come from astronomers. We come from like great people, great innovators, bro. Like that's where we come from. You got to understand that. So like that information it hasn't gone anywhere. It's encoded
Right.
inside of the DNA, and too like the mind is infinite. Information is infinite in the mind. So like we were saying about frequencies and vibrations, there's no thought. Like we said, there's nothing new under the sun. That's including your thoughts. That's including your everything. Like everything is infinite. So like the thoughts that you even channel into, you're channeling something that has already existed.
Mm.
So I mean, bro, that shit is in us, and it don't take a I don't want to make it about race, but it don't take a white person or any person that feels that they are superior. It don't take nobody else to bring that greatness out of us. I think it's already there. Just take belief and faith and removing fear and doubt out of the system. Like we
Yes,
got
sir.
to remove ourselves from the matrix, bro, because we believe the media, we believe the public school system, we believe everything.
Everything we believe, everything that set up to trick the hell out of.
That's right, bro. And we'll even fight each other to believe it.
I'm telling you. But what you mean by that though? Like explain that. Uh, fight each other to
Well,
believe.
when I say fight each other, it's like, okay, I could be telling you something true, but it don't sound true because it's out of the norm, aka out of the matrix. Like you
Mm.
might have even heard this perspective before. So because you haven't heard this perspective, you probably deem me crazy.
Mm.
You see
Kanye
what I'm
West.
saying? Like, so it'd be like, yeah, don't talk to that nigga. That nigga crazy. He be on some spooky. Like I've had somebody tell me when I talked about Jesus before, like when I broke something down, like it made them feel spooky. Like that's what they told me. Like I don't know about this spooky shit.
When you were
Like
talking
that's
about
what they
Jesus?
called it. Yeah, they called it spooky shit.
Mm.
Like 'cause I was explaining to them how Jesus went down in the grave 3 days and 3 nights, and they felt like it was spooky that he was able to rise again. Because it's like to a carnal mind, meaning AKA, a mind that's not thinking spiritually, a mind that's not spiritual, you only can try to think with logic.
Mm.
Like you only can fathom but so far with this type of mind. That's why you got to think spiritually
Yes, sir.
because it gives you another perspective. So like you can't really understand how a man, right? Because you thinking this man is regular. That's why you thinking physical. You're
Mm.
thinking on the physical realm. Logically thinking, you like a man can't do these things. So immediately you getting into unbelief because it's like you can't fathom the thought of a man walking on water or getting beat all night long and then carrying a 400-pound cross up a hill.
Right.
Like all of these things, healing people. Peter cut off a man's ear, he put it right back on. Like this shit was so surreal to people. And that's why they didn't believe in his day when he walked the earth. That's why they didn't believe. The same reason they don't believe now is the same reason they didn't believe then because it's hard. They feel like it's hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see it coming off as spooky to some people if it's brand news to them. But I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where that faith come in and really having a limitless mind, an infinite mind. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, brother.
this the stuff that we see, on the regular, like TV, it's like it's normal. It's normal now. You know what I mean? But just imagine if somebody just bust out of nowhere like 100 years ago and was like, "Man, I got this device and I can talk to somebody all the way across the world with this bitch." That nigga be like, "Nigga, you lying." You know, you know what I'm saying? Because it's normal to us now. But I
Yeah, for
think,
sure.
but I think, you know, for a person that really don't know about Jesus and all that stuff, it could be a similar experience. Like, what? How that's possible?
Man, for sure. And I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. And I wouldn't even knocking that person for even admitting that it made them feel like that because I understand.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand. It sounds crazy, and I'm pretty sure they felt the same way when he gave people their sight. He made the lame walk and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
that was surreal to see. Like I wouldn't even be able to believe my eyes.
Right.
Like how did this? Like what? Then
Right.
Peter come off the boat and walk on water? What? Are you serious?
Right. Right.
So I mean, bro. But even in that, bro, like that's the power of God. So like I think about that when I'm moving in life. Like I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, man, I'm a man of God.
Mm.
But I gotta believe that more and more because I have so many doubts, man, in this physical realm. Like the troubles of this world will make you be in doubt. And I have to ask the Lord to like when I feel trouble, I gotta pray to him and ask him to give me strength. Cause that's what it takes. You see what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
everything that we go through in life, it's a trial. You see what I'm saying? It's a trial, and it is a stress. It is a cross that we gotta bear every day. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But that's why we need him. So like, I just be asking him to give me the strength to believe in the I am. You
Yes,
see what
sir.
I'm saying? The I am is everything. So it's like that same Jesus that walked the planet, but but died and got crucified and rose again so his spirit can be on the earth. Like that same spirit, if I believe is in me, I have to walk in that. Like I gotta believe that he's guiding my path. I have to believe that he has predestined things in my life. And I have to trust that. And I was asking him to like give me some
Man.
shit, bro.
Well, he was just saying you a man of God, man.
And I think, yeah, I feel like the more we believe that, like that's powerful. The more we believe that, bro. I'm talking about believe it so much internally that when unbelief hits your consciousness, it's so like unbelief is so weak that you deny it. You
Mm.
deny your unbelief. Like your belief is so strong that when unbelief arrives, you deny it. You get easy. It's easier to deny your worry and your doubt when you
Yeah.
strong in faith.
And I'm learning, bro. That from my experience, that's taking practice. Cause it's like I'm realizing I got the authority. I already got the authority, bro.
Yeah.
It just I ain't been tapping into it. I've been
Right.
I've been allowing myself to get tossed to and fro for years. But it's like when you really think about it, it's simple. It's like I can't control my thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Like, why do that seem so complicated initially? I mean, I'm looking back at myself now, like, why has that not been a thing for me to control my thoughts?
Right.
And you know that disbelief, it ain't nothing but a thought. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like you said, man, I'm seeing it happen. That disbelief come, and because I'm training my mind, I can tell my mind, no, moving on. You did what I mean?
You got to, man, because that's a whole part of your power. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's your power. That's well, all power belongs to God. Let me put that out there. It's not a disrespect to you,
Facts. I got you.
but I'm saying that like you have the power.
Real
Like we
talk.
have the power, but it's just like we let everything take our power. Like we become slaves to things. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like we get weak when that happens. So when something happens in life, we panic
Yeah.
because we feel like we are at a risk. We are at a risk because the things are controlling us and not God. Because
Real
it's like
talk.
you can be so wrapped up in your life, bro. You can be so wrapped up in your life that you don't think God is maneuvering things. Like
Mm.
I talked to a person the other day. He said, he sounded suicidal. You know what I'm saying? He sounded a little suicidal. And I was trying to give him some encouraging words, but when I brought up, having the little words of prayer, you know what I'm saying? The first thing he said was, I don't want to lose all I got, all I work for.
Mm.
I'm like, that's not a reason. Like, I didn't say anything about you losing anything. But you see how automatically your first, the first defense mechanism was to protect what you have. Like
The
your first
stuff.
mechanism is, to covet.
Mm,
That's the pride of life. That's all
mm,
that's in the world. The lust of the flesh, the pride of life, and the lust of the eyes. Like you'll protect the very thing that the Lord gave you. And so I began to tell him, and it probably was kind of harsh in the moment, but it was the truth.
mm-hmm.
I said that all of your possessions don't even belong to you.
Hmm.
I said he
Damn.
gave them to you. So by you trying to protect what don't even belong to you, you're gonna lose it anyway. I didn't tell him that he was gonna lose it. I'm just saying that right now. But as far as me telling him that everything he has belonged to Jesus already, when I began to tell him that, man, that's why they feel a lot of people feel that Jesus want to come and take. He want to come and take, but it's just a trial of your faith. Like that's
Damn.
all it is. It's just a trial of your faith. And I feel like, bro, think about it. In these movies, right, when there's a dope boy or a kingpin or just any gang leader, what they want to do to a new nigga,
What?
huh? What? Like, just think about it. What do they want to do to a new person that they bringing into the game?
Kind of like Hazel jumping.
Not only that, but they send them on a mission.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So you got to prove something. So why don't you think you got to prove anything to Jesus? Why? Because
Hmm.
he's supposed to be good. He's supposed to
Hmm.
be perfect. Why?
Come on out there and preaching.
That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like a lot of this stuff, we just be denying. See, that's what I be saying, bro. It's stuff that we can do in our everyday lives, right? That we can live better, bro. But we so attached to things, we addicted to poisons. We're addicted to certain things that's killing us, bro. And that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of this stuff is self-sabotage. And like when you in that space, bro, you really can't stand for nothing.
Hmm. Real talk. Don't know what to stand up for half of the time because we just been getting fed stuff since birth.
Man, come on, bro.
Real talk.
Like, if you watch the movie The Matrix, bro, Neo was like, he didn't know what the hell was going on. And that's how it be. When you really wait, like when somebody's showing you something, you like, bro, what the hell? Like you
Right.
that and that's how it was when I started getting like catching on and critical thinking and things. I'm like, what, huh? Like, cause at one point, bro, not even a whole year ago, I was Africa, 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 bro.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I started waking up to like, dang, like it made me sad, but I had to realize, like, dang, we're not all the same people.
Real talk.
And
Real
I
talk.
I was caught up in that matrix for so long of believing that we're all just one people.
Mm-hmm. And you want to know what else crazy?
What's up?
We still might not have it right, bro.
Facts.
That's the thing, bro, about getting conscious and waking up, bro. It's like you really may not never know the full truth to none of this, bro. While we're here.
Man, I don't know now. Nah, some of this stuff is been revealed in the scripture, bro. People just don't believe in the Bible.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm always stand on that. I'm always stand on that. So yeah. But I mean, as far as like stuff like origin and stuff like that, how we ended up, a certain place, or the way things went historically and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We may never know the whole story because it's like history can be manipulated for power. And that's why I'm kind of on this thing of really sitting down and really hearing from God myself.
Man, everything you need to know is in the scripture.
Mm.
Everything. Everything, bro.
I believe that.
Everything. I'm talking
But
about
see, the Bible also got mysteries too, though.
exactly. I was just getting ready to go there. I'm glad you said that. And see,
Mm-hmm.
that's where you need guidance at.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because you can read all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But see, don't mean you understand. Don't mean
Real
you
talk.
comprehend. Because you can have your own little understanding of stuff, bro. That don't mean it's right.
Right. Just how black people take that scripture about slavery in the Bible. I done heard that so many times. People discredit the Bible and say, look, right here, it say obey your master. You know what I mean? I ain't reading this.
You know you're supposed to.
Yeah, but you see how I'm saying, like the interpretation, though. You feel me? Folks reading it one way and ain't even picking up what it's really putting down.
Right, exactly. Because and see, it was all in the plan of the devil to do that, to manipulate the scriptures like that, because that's a true scripture, and they knew that. Like, that's a true scripture.
It
like
is.
You're supposed to obey the ones that have the rule over you. He said that to the children and everything. Like, what's the difference? Your parents really your master too.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put that in, and you can put that in any way, bro. You can put that in any way you want to put it. They just choosing to put it on slavery.
Mm-hmm.
So like a master, if you want to look up the word master, okay, now what do you call a sensei? What does a sensei do? You do what a sensei say, right?
Pretty much.
Who is your mama and your dad?
Might as well be the sensei. Might as well
Who is
be
your
the
pastor?
master.
Who is your pastor?
All right.
Who is your bishop? See, that's what I'm saying. You discrediting every other form of authority. See, that's the slave master is the only authority that we're trained to see.
Real talk.
Whereas that's master manipulation at its finest, bro.
Big time. Because it's so many, and it's effective, it's effective, bro. Because there's a lot of people that ain't trying to hear nothing the Bible say because of that one scripture, bro, and how it got manipulated. For real. And just imagine how more powerful the melanated community would be as a collective if that weren't the case. Like if we had more people open to reading the scripture and not so quick to resort to, oh man, that's the white man religion and all that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
Just
say this,
imagine,
bro.
if we can get closer to being on that same page, man, it'll be beautiful, bro.
I really think that we're way more powerful than we know, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I hope okay, I ain't lose my thought.
We way more powerful than we believe.
Yeah, I know that. Damn, that was a good ass point. It was gonna go right behind what you were just saying.
I was talking about how much more powerful we would be as a collective if
Oh
everybody.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you for that. See, I really feel like God never meant for us to be the people that we want to be. See, we want to be famous. We want to be in the forefront. We want all the attention. But see, how can God get the glory like that? He know that we naturally want to shine. So I really feel like it's for us to show our spiritual power, bro. They got things. They got physical things. They got the goods and they got the money. They got the this and the that. But those things are temporary.
Facts.
They got all of the things that's destroyable. But what we have can't be destroyed.
Real talk, man. And that's powerful. That's a powerful statement in its own.
And I think that's just what it is. We just got to really realize who we are. And that's the thing with God's people. And that was the same problem with the children of Israel. That's who we are. We are the children of Israel.
And
So
I
that's what
looked
I'm saying.
up. Go ahead, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like spiritually and probably as well as naturally, we are the children of Israel. Because of course, we're not from Jerusalem, like us personally, individually. No, we're not from Jerusalem. But I'm saying like the bloodline is still gonna always lead back to that.
Mm-hmm.
The bloodline from the beginning is gonna always lead back to that place.
Hey, I was
Because
reading something.
oh damn, my bad.
Before you move too far from the thought that you just said, I read something this week that broke down what Israelite mean. Israel, the
Mm-hmm.
word Israel, it
Mm-hmm.
stands for to fight with God.
Wow.
Yeah. And that tie into what you just said about, us, bro.
Wow. The family of God.
No, to fight with God.
No, I know. But I'm saying the
Oh.
family of God. Cause shit, your family will fight with you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, and it's not all the time. The people that fight with you all the time aren't related to you by blood.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of us are related to Jesus by being baptized. And see, that's what I'm saying. See, it's a more spiritual thing, is what I'm saying, King. Like this
Mm-hmm.
thing is more spiritual. We are more spiritual. Like the children of Israel is a spiritual thing. We keep trying to make it about the flesh or about the bloodline. But Jesus came to denounce the bloodline. Excuse me.
Mm.
Jesus came denouncing every bloodline. He was setting the record straight. He was setting the foundation straight, like letting everybody know that none of this religion, none of this laws y'all got is gonna hold up. It's all about that's just the world. That's basically what he was saying. Like all of this stuff is just the world being set up, but it's all about the world to come. That's what he was telling them. It's about what's coming,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice sense.
and that's
Nice
what our
sense.
kingdom is. Our kingdom on the spiritual realm.
Right. And I think that's why I resonate so much. Like I firmly believe I'm an Israelite, bro. And even outside, like, yeah, I may have some Israelite blood that I don't know. But it ain't, but like you said, it ain't even about that. In the spirit, bro, I firmly believe I'm an Israelite.
And you are God's
Mm-hmm.
people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Ain't no way around it, bro. It makes too much sense. And I think a lot of people here in America, you know, are too, but just don't know.
Yeah,
And I
man.
think
Shit.
that's where the fight come in. We fighting it because we getting caught up in the material things, but really, it's all spiritual.
Yep, it's all spiritual, dog.
Mm-hmm. That's the fight right there. Spiritual versus worldly.
And then on top of us figuring out who we are and what the real thing is, all like I said, like I told you a while ago, everything on the physical realm is at its lowest frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Once we understand the spiritual realm of who we are, understand God, we understand that all we got to do is speak it. Like all we got to do is just like we got the power to, we got the power to literally bring stuff in from the spiritual realm into our physical existence.
Mm-hmm.
By But shit, that shit take focus and it take focus and belief. And like I said, bro, so much in our everyday society that makes us be in unbelief and fear. Or we really have to unplug.
You said we really have to unplug?
Yeah, you gotta unplug, bro. You gotta unplug. Like we gotta be more spiritual, bro.
Yeah.
Like people just think like, okay, like I mean, of course you can go out and get your money. Like, of course you can go out and work. Like a man that work gonna get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like as far as living righteously and living like Christ want us to live, like seeking ye first the kingdom of God, like moving like real people, like moving like God's real people. If we move like believing in God for everything, literally, like it'd be like, man, it'll probably be like some magical shit. I didn't want to say the word magical, but that's the only word I can fathom. Like it'll probably, like I'm telling you, we'll literally say shit and it'll happen.
I get what you mean, bro. And that's the truth. That's the truth, and that's a hard thing to come into that kind of power, bro. Because it's almost like we got to say fuck everything that we know,
Yep.
and be willing to be okay with losing it. And I think that's the toughest part of it, being okay with losing it, bro.
That's the part. But when you be okay with losing it, bro, that's when you gain everything.
That's the power, man, for sure. For sure.
But man,
But I wanted to ask you a question.
for sure.
I know we were talking about standing on something, man. And I'm loving what we talking about, man, because this is the stuff to stand on. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And but I wanted to ask you. All right, let's say you you come into a situation, a deal, and this deal right here would set you up to be able to get some land, get off the grid, and probably bring, I say, like 100 people with you, bro. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But all you had to do was get on national TV and say, uh, Jesus ain't real. Would you do it?
Hell no. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm just gonna tell you why. I'm just gonna tell you why. Cause I know I'm gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I just know I'm gonna die because of who I am. Like
Right.
I like you. That's a large scale. That's denying Jesus on a large scale, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I have denied going to church and almost got into some shit. So for me to get on national television and say Jesus not real, I probably drop dead right there. Like
Mm.
I'll probably die. Like something will happen to me after that. I won't make it to the place that they like off the grid shit. I won't even enjoy none of this stuff I'm giving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I've seen that shit. I've seen the Lord move in my life and let me know that nigga, you ain't in control. Like I've reached
Real
that point.
talk. Real
Like I've
talk, bro.
been there, bro.
Real talk. Real talk.
Nigga,
But see,
I'm
I
not
just
my
wanted to
own,
add,
bro.
huh?
Like I'm not my own, bro. I've tried to do what I want to do, bro. I can't do it. Something's gonna happen to me, bro.
Real talk, bro. Same here, man. Same here, bro. But I had asked that in regards to Kyrie. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking like it's I don't know if he did any of that stuff on that list, but I just see it as him not announcing his God or nothing like that. But it's almost like if he does do any of that stuff that's on that list, it may be looked at as denouncing what he stand for. You feel me? In
Uh,
exchange for the money and being able to be set up financially. And just looking at how that can be a difficult thing to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is my livelihood right here we talking about. And y'all trying to snatch it away by basically telling me to retract on something that I'm learning about and kind of believe in, you know what I mean?
man.
That could be difficult, bro. It ain't so simple, especially when it gets to that large scale.
Bro, that's not simple at all. And that's why
Yeah.
it's such a big moment. That's what I'm saying, like for Kyrie on his level. And that's why, that first question you asked me, what would I do? And that's what I'm saying. Like it's different because he on such a large scale. Like he's being watched by billions, millions, and billions of people. Like this
Right.
is one of the largest platforms in the world, not just in America, in the world. So yeah, you're right. If he does, now I don't feel like him apologizing is denouncing his God either, because
I ain't saying I just brought that to you because I knew, for sake of example, I know that's something that you stand on personally. So I wouldn't say that what Kyrie would do would be denouncing his God or nothing, but I just wanted to see your perspective on what you would do, it being something that you stand for, and strongly believe in. You feel me? Because that's pretty much what it'll come to if we tied in with some of these powers that be, and we begin to express what we stand for, especially if they disagree with it. You dig what I mean?
I mean, man, I put it like this, bro. I mean, me myself, I wouldn't apologize, but I don't see a reason. I wouldn't be mad if somebody did apologize because, nah, bro, I couldn't apologize.
I would talk not to apologize if I ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't apologize, bro. I couldn't apologize for that simply because I ain't do nothing wrong, and two, because what I believe in, like you said, I'm putting the shoes on, right? So I believe in Christ. So Christ ain't never apologized.
Mm.
Like I ain't never seen him go out like that. Like if anything, he told God to forgive them for what they doing. Like he ain't never say, I'm sorry for doing this to y'all. He ain't never say, I'm sorry for being something he wasn't. Like, nah. Like he always stood to the end. If anything, he asked God to forgive him. He ain't say forgive me.
Right.
So it's like, nah, bro. If I stand on business, then I'm standing on business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I'm not apologizing, bro, because I ain't see my Lord apologizing.
Real talk. Hey, I've always heard that a wise man learns from looking at other people's experience. And I think the number one thing I'm learning from this Kyrie situation is to not have them folks involved, bro.
Amen.
To truly have our own. Not like I got my own house, I got my own car, you know what I mean? Not on that level, but like an even deeper level where it's like, oh, ain't nothing coming from them folks. That's where I'm at with it, bro. I'm talking about no involvement, bro. Nowhere. Cause they could just step in whenever they want to and just be on some fuck shit, bro. You dig what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? And it really blowing me, bro. It's really blowing me, bro. Cause this man being dedicated, like this man done damn near spent his whole life. Like if you really look at it, bro, Kyrie been working for the NBA since he was a jit.
Right.
Cause this whole time he been preparing to get there. And then he get there, and then he do this one thing, one simple ass thing, and they just want to come and snatch a rug from up under, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, bro.
Fuck them folks, bro. Fuck them folks, bro. Fuck them folks, bro. Unapologetically, bro. That's
Man, that's
foul,
how it
man. I
is,
don't
bro.
want them folks in nothing I got going, bro. I don't care how sweet it is. I do not want them folks in nothing, bro. Cause if that's how they moving, bro, nah, I'm straight.
And then they gotta take sacrifice though, bro. You see how much we gotta sacrifice to break away. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all it takes is just breaking away, but it takes us going through that sacrifice, and that's the phase that a lot of people don't want to endure.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that lost phase that Ye had to go through. Like everybody will have to go through that who's been a slave, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how you get your freedom. Like you gotta pay for it.
Real talk.
If it's not your life, they gotta take it. It gotta be in money or it gotta be in power. Like it gotta take something. And
That's
like
crazy.
sometimes the sacrifice is supporting one another, man. Like, and that's just the sacrifice. It has to be like we gotta live with it. Like, okay, we ain't got the best businesses in the world. We ain't got the best phones in the world. Like, we ain't got the best technology in the world. Like, but deal with it. Like, don't keep. Let's not keep running from it and keep just making excuses. No, deal with this shit. Like, cause
That's big.
we always use them as an option. Like since our people ain't got nothing, okay, we just gotta keep using their stuff. And it's like, no, we don't. We can just keep using our own stuff and keep working on it and keep innovating it. Get behind it. Like,
Real talk.
and you just gotta stay consistent with that. But a lot of us cop out because we want it easy. We want the nice phone. We want everything that look good, bro. And I'm speaking personally. That's me too. I'm being transparent. I'm
That's
talking
real.
on the iPhone right now.
That's real. That's real.
It's uncomfortable. Like we feel like it's uncomfortable to have an ugly phone.
That's real,
Like
man.
they created a standard of living, and market it. You know what I'm saying? They like, and this is standard of living that we all attach ourselves to, and we can't even afford it. We got $1,000 damn phone for what? And then you got a big ass TV in your living room that do the exact same thing your phone do besides text and call.
Real talk. And a computer that do the same shit.
This shit dumb as hell, bro. Always walking around. We walking around with the same device in our pocket, just in a smaller form, just portable. Just portable, bro. And they manipulating it. And you can't even go without it. Can't even watch TV. Can't watch TV without Wi-Fi.
You feel crazy without that phone, bro.
Man, come on, man.
You ain't gonna hold you. But see, I always value that whole living off the grid concept, though.
You have.
I'm with that. I'm totally with that, bro.
I don't
know, because I was just watching something on YouTube the other day when some lady had moved off the grid. And she had Wi-Fi. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I probably need me. You know what I mean? I probably need me some Wi-Fi, bro. I don't know about going without no Wi-Fi, bro. I'm just being
How
real.
you gonna? But that's not off the grid. Don't you know that your
man.
location is your Wi-Fi?
I know, man. That's the tough part.
Unless you got a LP. I mean, bro, you really have to be on some top notch, conspiracy theory shit to be on like the radar for somebody to find you when you off the grid like that. If you ain't one of them niggas that's always public talking, you can be off the grid and never be found, bro. But if you ain't got no target, if you ain't got no target on your back already, shit, you can go anywhere you want to go. Just don't tell nobody. But it be the niggas that already fucked up and made their plans public. Then they try to hide. Then of course, the CIA can find anybody.
Right.
They got wiretaps. Niggas, they got conversation that your partner's telling, having conversations about where you at. It's so easy to find niggas, bro.
Everything right there on the technology, man.
Yep.
They tracking it all. But I mean, I don't think, I still believe, I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's a way to live a life without that.
It is, bro. It's just called community.
Mm.
You got to live in a community. See, we used to live in communities. Like when everybody used to be involved with everybody. Now it's not like that. Not everybody distant. Not everybody stay in the house. Like I'm saying, though, like it used to be a community when people used to commune together. Like people used to actually live together. And like our children know your children. Our families know your family. And it was a different time, and I feel like if we get back to building that type of community, then our communication will be closer. We wouldn't need phones. And two, man, like I told you, man, if we're supposed to be more spiritual beings, bro. Like I told you, man, you ever use your thought energy to communicate with somebody?
I don't think so. What's that like?
So you ain't never like thought like consistently on somebody and they called you.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a coincidence, bro. Like you calling this person, if you put intention behind that, you can do that. Like that's a power. Put intention behind your thought, energy, and like, yeah.
At first, I thought you were talking about like two people in the room and they talking through their thoughts. That's what I thought you meant at first.
Say that again, brother.
At first, I thought you were saying like two people in one room or something, and then they having a conversation through their thoughts, like without saying a word. That's what I thought you meant.
Oh nah, shit. If we're in the same room, ain't no need of us doing that. But we do that too. Like you ever? I know this for a fact. We've done this plenty of times. Like body language is another form of communication. Like we ain't have to say a word, but I can give you a look or an expression, and it'll communicate to you, like, because we'll know each other to the point where.
Hey, that happened to us before.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember one time we was on the farm and we was sitting at the table, and something happened where we needed to turn the ceiling fan off for some reason. And then you just looked at me, and then I ended up turning off the ceiling fan. And you were like, "Yep, that's what I wanted."
See what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
That shit is a see, but we don't believe like that. We believe we regular niggas, bro. Like I'm saying, like in general, people believe that they are just regular people. We're not regular people, bro.
Real talk.
We're a God's creation. Like this regular shit keeps you from having. It keeps you from dreaming. It keeps you from imagining. It keeps you from using your abilities. They don't want you. That's why you go to work. That's why you work for everything. They don't want like you don't supposed to work for shit. Why would you work for something that's supposed to be in your dominion?
Mm.
We're not supposed to work. I'm not saying. I'm saying in the sense of what we do now.
Yeah, I get
Like
what you.
punching the clock is what I'm saying. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna always have to do work because that's that was just a part of life. We was gonna always even if sin didn't enter the earth, we was gonna always be moving and doing stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and do something.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying that like the system what we have today of like the slavery system of like you can work for me for this time for this amount. Like that's a system that was created. That's not how it's supposed to be, bro.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
believe
yeah,
that.
like
I
but I
believe
mean,
that.
yeah.
Firmly. Firmly. But that's that matrix, man. That's that matrix. And it take a sacrifice to come out that mode too, like you said, but take a sacrifice.
It does take sacrifice, man. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely, man, we see that we've been on for a minute and we've been enjoying this conversation because like I be telling everybody that that I be coming in contact with and have talks on this level, I be telling them like I don't just do this like I don't observe, I don't watch stuff, I don't like critical think for no reason. Like I know people be like, oh man, it don't matter whether this and that. It don't really matter if you know this or you don't know this. No, like I take it real serious because watch and pray. Like this is what I take this as. Like if I know what's going on around me, then I know that Jesus is sure like the only thing that's gonna remain. Like I'm looking at everything that's going on around me, and he told me to watch and pray, and he told me to look at the signs, and I clearly see signs of the world coming to an end.
Mm.
Like so, it's like that's all, bro. Like that's all. You just like we just tapped in. You just tapped in.
All right.
But we've been on for a while. Like um, dang, I lost my thought or what I was where I was going with that. But yeah, that's why I be telling people, like I'm not just talking about this. I'm not just observing stuff for no reason. Like we gotta be like conscious of this stuff because we can avoid a lot of stuff. We can prevent a lot of stuff, and we don't even have to be involved in some stuff because look, we're in the world, but we're not of the world. So we really have to use our consciousness to avoid things and navigate through the world. Because, like I said, bro, like this is not our home. That's see why, man. You don't make me get started back up. But when the scriptures say that we are pilgrims, right? What
Mm-hmm.
does that sound like?
Like some travelers or something like that to me.
Sound like aliens.
Oh, bro, now you going there now, boy. Going there now. Mm-hmm.
Now, what that sound like, though, right? Am I right or wrong?
You know I'm on it, my guy. You know I'm on it.
Bro, the evidence is there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're just pilgrims, bro. We're just pilgrims in this land passing through. This is not our whole world. This is not our planet.
Right, right. And I always felt like that, bro, and still do. This ain't it.
Mm-mm.
That's why I felt that design you did about all about the mission, bro. Cause that's what I firmly believe I'm here for. I'm here for a work, bro. I'm here for a mission. This ain't home.
Ah, man. And all we doing here, what we supposed to be doing here is planting seeds around the earth to get people on board to come with us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like we just passing through because like we can bring people, we can convert people and bring them over. That's a power that we have. That's the power that Jesus got. Jesus got the power to change the spirit. Like take a spirit out and put his spirit in, and you become one of him. So it's like, yeah, you in my family now. You coming with us.
Mm-hmm.
You gang.
That's right.
So it's like shit. That's really what it is. We wearing his identity. So it's like when you become an alien, bro. That's why people start looking at you the way they look at you, because you're not in the matrix no more. That's what I'm saying. Like when you born again, your mind comes out of you supposed to. When you be born again, you don't think, you see shit differently, bro.
Mm-hmm. People handle you different too.
That's what I'm saying. Like you start moving on another frequency. It's like bro, even something simple as me not eating meat, right? Folks will look at you different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like anything that creates any type of separation.
It's real. It's real.
But sure, bro, leading on to our segment of what you learn. Now I know we can get right back in depth into the conversation, but we already know we don't been tapped in for a while. So we can keep it brief if you want to.
Yeah, I'll keep it brief.
But
But yeah,
just
what
something
I
solid.
learned was just real quick, just what I came in with, man, working on what's in front of me. Not getting caught up in the future so much and not getting caught up in the past and pondering what I could have did better or different. Yeah, okay, this what I got right here. Hit it. And that's what I learned, bro. From that blog post you sent me. It triggered all that, bro.
Facts. I think I got something real simple too, man. I've been on the same lines of just maintaining, being consistent with my energy. Like okay, like I cooked my girl some fish the other night. And she said something after I cooked it to her. She was like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. Like, when people do stuff, when people do things for me, I feel bad. And I was like, nah, it's my energy. I said, nah, I said, see, the energy of which people do things for you affects you as well. And I said, see, the last time I cooked you something, I had a real joyful spirit when I was cooking it. Now I said, because I didn't have the same energy when I cooked it this time, that energy transferred into you. See what I'm saying? So a person that literally means a person can be doing something that you want done for you, but the energy that they doing it is saying that they don't want to do it. You can feel that in whatever you get from them.
That's heavy right there. Something to remember too, for sure, on my end.
So we gotta always. It's not all about how. It's not just about how people perceive you. It's all about how you're perceiving you when you do stuff for others. Because it's like I said, you can be in a bad mood, but doing something that's supposed to be nice for somebody, and it'll suck the life out of what you're doing for them because you're not in the right energy. Like that's exactly why you can get somebody a small gift for. Financial Fashion Network is a platform we have created to host events and build community by creating content that promote personal development, financial awareness, and mental health. And it's our main goal to be a motivating force to everyone in the world. Now, if you want to support our brand, you can go to www.fnfstore.com and you can find our apparel and you can, support the brand. Take a look at our hoodies, take a look at our joggers. It's getting ready to get cold. So if you see something you like, you can actually get 10% off your first order by using discount code FNF10. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying somebody can give you a small gift.
Yeah, like you can give a person a small gift for their birthday, but it's all about the energy you're giving it in.
Word.
Like, and then because that's what I'm saying. Like, it's what you get people never really matters. It's really all about your energy. Because like that's a prison in itself. And we have to, man, we just don't believe in ourselves enough. We don't believe in the powers that we have. We can make people feel so awesome to where, man, that's why I gotta grow. See, and to see, not all of us are at places where we can truly treat people well, because we're not at that place ourselves. We don't even treat ourselves well. So it's like we can't really be our best selves to others, because it's like, dang, we got so many issues within that you can't even be your greatest self. It's like you can't really be a loving person, because it's like you feel like you got some barriers within that you holding on to that you got to heal from for you to truly love. Like we don't even feel like we can love a stranger. Why not? Like I should be able to just goddamn just see people out in public and show love, but I still got barriers. I still got barriers up. Like love is a power. Love protects you. So it's like you don't even believe in love enough to have love to a stranger because you don't know what to expect from them.
Dang. Dang.
So that's how I feel about that shit. But like when we get past those defense mechanisms and those barriers that we got, like we can truly love, bro.
Real talk.
And
Real
people,
talk.
people people will give you anything, bro. When you show love, when they feel love, that's what I'm saying, bro. If we ask for the love of God, that's all we need to move in the planet. But with that being said, we're gonna go to our last segment of the financial theme of the month. Are you stressed, anxious, or depressed? Well, here's some good news for you. We started a mental health movement called MH10, and we encourage people to pay more attention to their mental health. So do this for us. Take at least 10 minutes per day to take a walk in nature, a jog, run, or just meditation to decrease your stress, because stress is one of the leading causes of chronic physical and mental illnesses in the body. So if you want to join the movement, you can also post on social media, post your 10 minutes by using hashtag MH10 or mental health 10 minutes. Now, the financial theme of the month is, of course, what we have been saying, applying faith to your finances. And I really feel like all of what we have belongs to the higher power anyway. So the more we relinquish that hold that we have on things, when we let that go and we apply faith to, believe that everything is going to take care of itself, um, you have abundance. And that's what I'm learning to channel my energy, because it's like we can see this work in real time sometimes, but we're not consistent with it. And that's been my main thing. Like I will I'll see the Lord work through my faith. Like I'll like use faith to bring something into my reality. But then like afterwards, it don't happen for a while. Cause it's like, that's my thing, just being consistent with it. Like consistently keeping that faith energy. Like I don't care how long, cause it's like sometimes you can have faith and it happens quick. But
Mm-hmm.
then sometimes you can have faith and you be like, damn, where you at, Lord?
Right.
And you tend to get into unbelief. And see, that's where I be at. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in that stage where I start timing the Lord when he don't come when I feel like I want to be, you know, restored or like relieved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and to when I want to be relieved of me worrying, that's when I be like, man, dang, where you at? Getting impatient. But you even then, that's unbelief. Like that's unbelief. And that is unbelief, because you still not believing that you got it. Because to say like, oh man, where you at, Lord? To be like, oh man, to putting a clock on it, that's you still admitting that whatever you have in faith for isn't there. So you still in unbelief. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like we gotta remove that unbelief completely. And The only way to do that is consistently ask the Lord for strength to do that, man. Like, that's the only thing I can come up with. Like, there is nothing that you can do yourself to get to that place besides keep pressing. You just got to keep pressing. It's a press, and I believe that with that press, your faith gets stronger and stronger and stronger through, you know, to how much you use it.
That's right.
But with that being said, we thank you guys for tuning in to conversation number 40. Um, and like we've been saying, get ready for an episode coming real soon. I talked with our new guest yesterday. Haven't revealed it just yet, as we're getting things together in details, dates and times and things together. But we have spoken. So we will be doing an episode on life insurance so we can be informed about life insurance, why we should have life insurance, what the benefits are, and what the differences in the different policies. So we'll be breaking down a little bit about that and how we can use that to our advantage in the melanated community. So I'm co-host Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm your other co-host, Victor Thomas II.
And the two kings is gone.
Peace.
Peace.